in document schema declarations and lxml. As per the official documentation of lxml, if one wants to validate an XML document against a XML schema document, one has to construct the XML schema object, basically, parse the schema document, construct the XML parser, passing the XML schema object as its schema argument, parse the actual XML document, instance document, using the constructed parser. There can be variations, but the essence is pretty much the same no matter how you do it. The schema is specified externally, as opposed to specifying it inside the actual XML document. If you follow this procedure, the validation occurs, sure enough, but if I understand it correctly, that completely ignores the whole idea of the schema allocation and non-namespace schema allocation attributes from exe. This introduces a whole bunch of limitations, starting with the fact that you have to deal with instance schema relation all by yourself, either store it externally or write some hack to retrieve the schema location from the root element of the instance document. You cannot validate the document using multiple schemata, say, when each schema governs its own namespace, and so on. So the question is, maybe I am missing something completely trivial or doing it wrong? Or are my statements about lxml's limitations regarding schema validation true? To recap, I'd like to be able to have the parser use the schema location declarations in the instance document at parse/validation time, use multiple schemata to validate an XML document, declare schema locations on non-root elements, not of extreme importance. Maybe I should look for a different library. Although, that'd be a real shame. lxml is a de facto XML processing library for Python and is regarded by everyone as the best one in terms of performance/features/convenience, and rightfully so, to a certain extent.
Caution, this is not the full answer to this, because I don't know all that much about lxml in particular. I can just tell you that ignoring schema allocations in documents and instead managing a namespace and GT, schema file mapping in an application is almost always better, unless you can guarantee that the schema will be in a very specific location compared to the file. If you want to move it out of code, use a catalog or come up with a configuration file. If you do want to use schema allocation, and want to validate multiple schemas, just include them all in one schema allocation attribute, separated by spaces, in namespace URI/location pairs, exe column schema allocation equals earn column schema 1 schema 1.xsd earn column schema 2 schema 2.xsd. Finally, I don't think any processor will find schema allocation attributes declared on non-root elements. Not that it matters, just put them all on the root.